Beryl is a middle-aged man who runs a dojo on the outskirts of the village. One day, while he was training, his father approached him. "I can't believe, even at this age, I don't have any grandchildren. It's been 20 years since you became the dojo master." Just then, Beryl's students arrive and he starts to go train them. "Our conversation isn't over. Surely you can find a girl among all those students. Am I Leonardo DiCaprio to go around wooing girls that young?" This dojo is known as Backwater, which has been in Beryl's family for generations. And 20 years ago, Beryl became the master of this dojo. Since childhood, Beryl wanted to become a legendary swordsman. But now he feels he's just a bit better than average. Legendary is a far cry. But Beryl has no problem with any of this. He feels he is exactly where he needs to be. After this, he was eating with his parents. "I don't understand when you'll give me grandchildren." Just then, someone knocked on the door. And when Beryl opens the door, there's a girl in front of him. Beryl doesn't recognize her, but she says her name is Allucia and calls him master. Then Beryl remembers that she used to be his student. Meanwhile, Allucia has become the commander of the Royal Knights. "As the commander of the Knights Order, one of my duties is to train the knights. That's why I recommended your name as a special trainer for the order." That request was also accepted, and here is the Imperial Order. "If you don't follow this order, you will be sentenced to death." No, not a death sentence, but it could cause you a lot of trouble. "I've brought a carriage, and we'll discuss the rest in the capital." "Son, get out of here and find a good girl in the capital. And by the way, the one next to you is also quite beautiful." "Dad, have you gone mad or something? Look at our age gap." But hearing this, Allucia was blushing, and she quietly says she has no problem with the age gap. "Did you say something?" After this, they both leave for the capital. And Beryl sees that Allucia still has the sword he gave her upon graduation. A sword like this doesn't suit a knight commander, but Allucia says that this sword is perfect for her because Beryl gave it to her. "She still thinks I'm great, but she surpassed me long ago, and I'm just an old instructor." It's such a happy thing, isn't it? A sword master from a small place will work in the capital. Sword master? Who is that? I'm talking about you. You are the sword master of Backwater, who has trained many famous knights and adventurers. Every good swordsman knows about you. I don't think so. It seems she's the only one who thinks that. After this, they reach the capital, and she leaves him at an inn for the night. In the morning, she starts praising him extensively in front of her knights. "Beryl is so strong that even I can't do anything against him. Such a person will be training you. This is a matter of pride for you." After which, she asks Beryl to give a speech, in which he says something random. Meanwhile, the vice commander of the Knights Order gets angry seeing all this. After this, Allucia was telling him that according to the documents, he only has to come here to teach 3 or 4 times a month, so he can also pay attention to his dojo. Just then, a knight comes running there. "Master, it's been a long time since we met." Beryl didn't recognize her by her face either, but when Allucia says her name, he remembers that Kurune trains with him for 2 years and worked very hard to become a knight. At night, when Beryl reaches his house, he sees that his old student is sitting in his house with his wife and child. "My son, you're not needed here. Go settle in the capital. And don't even think of coming back until you find a wife. And until then, Renred will manage the dojo." Renred has now become a platinum rank adventurer and wants to settle back in the village. "I reached platinum rank only because of your training." But Beryl says that's not the case because he trained him 10 years ago. After this, he returns to the capital, where he is looking for another room to stay in because the room Allucia booked is too expensive for him. "Master, why don't we grab something to eat first?" "Yes, it's lunchtime after all." "We are roaming together, and now we're going for lunch. It means we're on a date." Just then, a voice comes from behind. "The commander of the knights is roaming around with just any man like this?" Hearing this, Beryl tries to hide his face, but Allucia says that she is just doing her duty. Beryl asks her if she knows him. "I don't know him, and you shouldn't pay attention to this either." After which, she angrily starts to leave from there. How can you call just any man master? And to see his face, she removes the map, but as soon as she sees his face, she also calls him master. But Beryl is confused because he doesn't recognize her at all. She tells him that her name is Serena, and he once saved her life and also taught her how to use a sword. It takes him a little time, but finally he remembers. 20 years ago, he found an injured girl by the riverside, and after treating her, he also taught her swordsmanship. And now he sees that she has become a black rank adventurer. "Forgive me, I couldn't meet you earlier, but what are you doing in the royal capital?" Allucia tells her that he is the special instructor of the Knight Order, and she is helping him find a room. "You? Help? I used to be a broker, so I can find him a much better room." After which, they both start arguing with each other. After which, by evening, Serena finds a room for him. After this, we see the knights training, where their vice commander was training them. Just then, he sees Beryl, and before he can train anyone, he wants to test him because he still thought that this old man was a nobody. Beryl thinks, how could he possibly defeat him? He is the vice commander of the knights. But before he could refuse, Allucia accepts the challenge on his behalf, and the poor guy has no option left. After this, they both get ready for the fight. "Our commander is very kind. That's why she accepted you as an instructor. But that was just out of kindness, not because of your skills." After this, their duel begins, and Blitz starts attacking him. Beryl starts parrying all his attacks, and after parrying one of his attacks, he hits him in the mouth with the hilt of his sword. After this, they both return to their positions again. "I thought I'd just go near him and stop, but I accidentally hit his mouth." After this, their fight starts again, and this time too, Blitz keeps attacking him. But Beryl is easily blocking his attacks this time as well, and he is able to read his attacks very easily. Then Blitz uses his special move. This is a move that cannot be blocked by a parry. But when Blitz swings his sword, Beryl disappears from in front of him and appears behind him, placing his sword at his neck. This way, Beryl wins the duel. And Blitz wasn't even angry, he was just amazed by his skills. And for his earlier rudeness, he apologizes to him. After this, to welcome Beryl, Blitz throws a party for him, where he asks him how he countered the special move. "Oh, that? I just moved with your rotation and ended up behind you." He's saying it as if it's so easy. After this, Beryl's father and Renred were sitting at night. I would be very happy if his name spreads throughout the world, because as an adventurer, I've been to many places, but I've never seen a better swordsman than him. After this, Beryl starts training all the knights, but whenever he trains someone, the other knights would stand and listen to him, which surprised Beryl as well. And he thinks that all this is happening because of his match with the vice commander. Just then, Karuna comes to him and says that if he is free, she wants to show him around the capital, to which he agrees, and she goes to change her clothes. On the other hand, Allucia was in a meeting, after finishing which she comes out. If someone wants to become a good swordmaster, he should never become a knight commander. All his time is wasted on trivial things. But I had to become this. I couldn't let Master live like that. When Allucia was a little girl, her parents took her to Beryl's dojo, where she was so shy that she couldn't even introduce herself to him. When she joined the dojo, her training began. Along with his sword, he also trained her movements. And along with that, he also trained her in different ways to increase her strength, which looked strange but actually worked very well. And very soon, she learned swordsmanship. One day, Beryl invites her for a mock battle, for which Allucia was also excited because she wanted to show him the results of her training. But when she stands in front of him, she doesn't see any opening. She thinks that all swordmasters are like Beryl. But one day, the students of his dojo went to another dojo for a battle, in which Beryl's student and he himself win very easily. "Master, does this mean that our dojo students are stronger than them?" I don't think about it that way. We definitely won the mock battles today, but more than winning, you should focus on what you learned today. Just then, Allucia notices that her hair clip was left in that dojo, so she goes there to get it. But when she reaches there, all the students of that place were already standing there, and he throws the hair clip and challenges Allucia to fight again. Allucia didn't want to fight him, but despite this, he attacks her. But just then, Beryl arrives there and stops his attack with his back. I don't want you to use your swordsmanship in this way. But he, in turn, attacks Beryl, but Beryl easily takes his sword from his hand. After this, he also pushes back that rascal's friends by hitting their swords. But before the situation could worsen, the master of that dojo comes there. Don't you guys understand yet? You can't match them. And their students are much better than you. After which, he apologizes to Beryl for his students. She takes her clip and they return from there. After this, they both again stand facing each other for another mock battle. And this time, Allucia defeats Beryl, after which he gives her the same sword and says that she has graduated from this dojo, and now he has nothing left to teach Allucia. Does Master really think so? But I am nothing in front of him. She accepts his words, but she was very sad because she didn't want to leave that dojo. But she had also decided that she would show the world that there is no better sword master than Master Beryl. That's why she joined the Royal Knights Order. And here, whatever little doubt she had in her mind also gets cleared because she defeats everyone very easily. Even the examiner couldn't stand before her. After which, she also became the Knight Commander. And when her influence grew considerably, she called Beryl to the capital as a special instructor. And when Beryl was battling with Blitz, she sees that he has become even better than before. After this, she comes to the training ground where Blitz tells her that Kurune has taken Beryl to show him around the city. But I was supposed to take them. This was a date. On the other hand, Kurune was showing him around the market. Just then, a girl comes in front of him. Master Beryl, we meet after a long time. But Beryl didn't recognize her either. So she shows him her sword, which he himself had given her. And he remembers that in the last 2 years, they both trained together. And now she is one of the top mages in the Magic Corps. Becoming a wizard is very difficult. This girl has done wonders. But the sad thing is that she left swordsmanship behind. Just then, a thief snatches a girl's purse and starts running. But Face uses her sword to cast magic and ties the thief's legs. After which, Kurune goes and catches him. The next morning, Beryl was going for a leisurely walk. A girl was calling him from behind, but he was so lost in his thoughts that he didn't hear anything. Then she shouts and calls him. And upon looking back, he sees a little girl. "Hey, little girl, what are you doing here so early in the morning?" "Who are you calling a little girl? And is your name Beryl?" "My name is Lucy Diamond, and I am the commander of the Magic Corps." "Holy moly, Vice Commander, where is your home?" But Lucy gets angry at him and creates a fireball right in front of his face, which makes Beryl believe that she is indeed the commander of the Magic Corps. After this, they both were walking together, and she takes Beryl to a place and says that she wants to test her magic on him. And suddenly, she starts attacking him. Beryl dodges her attack. After this, Lucy again gets ready to attack him. She continuously attacks him with fireballs, and Beryl dodges every attack. After this, Lucy uses her ice magic to attack Beryl, but he cuts all her ice shards with his sword. After which, Beryl rushes towards her very quickly, and he was about to attack her when Lucy creates a ring of fire around herself, after which she starts raining fireballs on Beryl. When he dodges all the fireballs, Lucy asks him if he has ever fought a magician before. "No, this is the first time I'm fighting a wizard." As soon as all the fireballs are gone, a large piece of ice comes over him. But he throws that ice towards Lucy with his sword, which she completely turns into vapor with her fire magic. Taking advantage of the steam, Beryl attacks her, but due to the lightning, he has to step back. Meanwhile, Lucy is also surprised to see his skills, because she hadn't thought she would have to use this level of magic. After which, she starts casting a dangerous spell, and Beryl thinks that if it hits him, he'll be killed. But just then, Lucy stops. Beryl asks her what would have happened to him if that spell had hit him. "You would have been minced meat. But I must admit, you are quite strong. That's why Face respects you so much." After which she tells him that if he gets time, he can visit her magic institute. After this, in the night order, Face has brought many magic potions, and the commander, as an apology, has also sent a magic potion for Beryl. That little girl is really the commander? She actually uses her magic to look young, and nobody knows her real age. Just then, Allucia comes there and asks him to go with her, where Serena is also with her. Serena tells him to train new adventurers for a dungeon attack. Beryl remembers that when he was young, he went inside a dungeon because it paid well, but the monsters inside beat him up very badly. And he doesn't think he can train adventurers particularly well. But Serena tells him that he should at least meet the guildmaster. Upon entering the office, he sees Lucy in front of him. "I was waiting for you." After this, the guildmaster introduces himself to him. "We are very excited to work with you." Hearing this, Beryl is confused because he hadn't decided anything yet. Then Lucy tells him that she had already informed them about him. After this, they were all sitting in a meeting. Then the guild vice master tells him that he has no experience in dungeon raids. But since the knight commander and a black rank adventurer respect him so much, that's why they are giving him a chance. But before leaving, he wants to see a mock battle between him and Serena. After this, Serena and Beryl stand facing each other outside the guild for a duel. After this, we see a flashback when Serena was going somewhere with her parents. But just then, a monster attacks their carriage. And to save Serena, her mom pushes her down, and she falls into the river below. After which, when she regains consciousness, Beryl was in front of her. After this, Beryl and his family take care of Serena. But whenever someone asked her about her parents, she would scream loudly. After this, Beryl starts teaching her swordsmanship. And watching her footwork, he advises her to use 2 swords. Sometime after this, a family comes to adopt Serena. She didn't want to go with them, but she didn't want to be a burden on Beryl and his family anymore. So she tearfully goes with them. After growing up, when she was on a quest, some bandits surround them. And her companion tells her to be careful because this man is famous for his swordsmanship. But Serena easily defeats all those bandits and says that there are 2 reasons for her becoming an adventurer. First, she wants to travel the world, and second, she wants to properly use the skills taught by her master. After this, she bows before him just like she used to in her childhood. After this, their duel begins, and Serena continuously attacks him. Beryl was blocking her every attack. Serena was very happy because she always wanted to fight Beryl with all her strength. And Beryl was also very proud to see her technique because she never gave up on her training. But despite this, he sees an opening, and first he knocks one sword out of her hand, after which he trips her and defeats her. After this, Megan apologizes to Beryl for doubting him. The next day, Beryl and Serena go inside the dungeon with 3 adventurers, and they have to defeat all the monsters and get out of this dungeon safely. One guy has a gadget that helps him detect the location of monsters. 3 goblins appear before them, but the 3 of them together defeat them very easily. After killing all the monsters, they start to leave from there. But just then, Beryl senses something. And that guy's gadget detects such a powerful monster that it bursts. The adventurer who was further ahead, a monster attacks him, and a dangerous monster stood before them. That guy's condition is very bad, and they need to treat him quickly. But as long as that monster is in front of them, they can't do anything. Beryl thinks that Serena will fight that monster, and he will give that guy the potion. He was about to ask her for the potion, but then Serena says that she will fight the monster, and she will give that boy potion, which surprises him. But before he could say anything, that monster attacks him. And now he has no option but to fight. Beryl was parrying all its attacks. And during the fight, as soon as he gets a chance, he attacks its leg. But its leg scales are very strong, so he couldn't even make a slight cut on it. But he has to keep fighting it so that Serena can save everyone. But just then, suddenly, that monster attacks him, which he manages to block in time, but his hand gets injured. He thinks that to end the fight, he needs to attack its head. But just then, it shoots a fireball from its mouth, so he doesn't have that option either. When the monster attacks him with its tail, he cuts off its tail.
This angers the griffin, and it shoots a large fireball at Beryl, which he somehow manages to escape. After this, the griffin, like a mad bull, attacks Beryl.
But before it could hit a tree and get squashed, Beryl changes his position. But this doesn't help much, because when Beryl was on its back, the griffin starts flying in the air. Somehow, Beryl holds on to its wings. After this, the griffin lands back on the ground, and Beryl gets off its back. After this, he uses his magic to make the ground very hot, which turns it into lava. And that lava starts flowing into the cave. They start shouting for help. And when Beryl hears them, he forgets his own worries and attacks the monster. But when he attacks it, it doesn't work. After this, fireballs start coming from under the ground, which throws Beryl into the air. But taking advantage of this, he stabs his sword into its eye. But it breaks his sword with its claw, and half of it is still in its eye. But just then, Serena arrives there and jumps on it, throwing it to the ground. And before it can attack, she cuts its throat. After this, the three adventurers get out of the cave safely. They return to the Adventurers Guild and report everything. And the guildmaster is surprised to see that Serena and Beryl together have defeated a named monster. Beryl says that he didn't do much, Serena was the one who finished it. The next day, Kurun takes Beryl to a blacksmith shop, and Allucia is also coming with them, who is definitely not jealous. She has only come because choosing a sword is very important, and she wants to help Beryl. After this, they reach the blacksmith shop, but he is surprised to see Beryl because he is also the master of that blacksmith. And yes, his age is more than Beryl's. He learned swordsmanship from Beryl because he thought that to be a good blacksmith, one must know how to use a sword. Kurun wanted to get her sword sharpened by him. But looking at it, Baldur says that he can't do anything for it because it's too damaged. Beryl asks Kurun how she feels when she lifts the sword. Kurun says it feels light to her. And as soon as they both hear this, Baldur and Beryl understand what the problem is. For her, a short sword is too light. She needs a sword whose weight she can feel. And he thinks that for Kurun, a long sword would be better. Kurun decides to buy it because Beryl recommended it. After this, he starts looking for a sword for himself. Just then, Serena arrives there. And upon arriving, Allucia and she start arguing. Beryl calms them both down. After which, Serena places the leg of that same monster and tells Baldur to use it to make a longsword because she wants to give it to Beryl, as his sword broke while taking her on a mission. Beryl refuses her, but Serena doesn't listen. But when he looks at Baldur, he was overly excited. "Baldur, I don't want anything weird. Make a simple sword." To which he agrees, but Beryl doesn't trust him at all. And Baldur says that it will take him a week to make the sword. After this, they were all about to leave. Just then, Kurun comes to him. Because she got a new sword, she wanted to learn how to use it, so Beryl starts training her. Kurun, during her training, remembers her childhood days because it took her a long time just to swing the sword. After this, at night, when Beryl was going home, he sees a child coming towards him. Just then, that child puts his hand in his pocket and was about to steal his money. But Beryl catches his hand. But just then, she attacks him with fire magic. After which, she goes from there into a building, where she places the money she stole today in front of some people. "Is this all you brought, huh? Have you started slacking off?" "Everyone, be quiet. Mimi would never intentionally do this. She also knows what can happen to her if she does." But Mimi's face remains expressionless. Just then, she notices that in her haste, her ring fell down and now it's with Beryl. The next day, in the training hall, Kurune is still practicing with her greatsword, and on the other side, Blitz is fighting with Beryl. And so far, he hasn't landed a single hit on him. So this time, when he attacks him, he pretends as if he's going to attack from above, but at the last moment, he attacks his stomach. Seeing this, Beryl is impressed, but he easily blocks this too. And this time too, Blitz loses. After this, Beryl praises him because in a short time, he has improved a lot. "Thank you," and Kurune is also amazing. Changing her weapon after such a long time is very difficult. But looking at her, it seems she can do it. Anyway, it's very important for the knights to become stronger so that we can fight the Dark Hand of Twilight. Those thieves have recently started their activities in the capital as well. I know you alone can beat them all up, but I don't want to bother you with these small things. I didn't want to fight anyway. Just then, he remembers that ring that fell from that thief, and he thinks that it might be useful in the investigation. But as soon as Kurune sees that ring, she thinks that Beryl is going to gift it to someone. He tries to explain to her that it's not a gift, but before he can complete his sentence, Kurune tells him that if he is going to propose to Allucia, he will need a bigger ring, because this looks like it would only fit a child. Finally, when her chatter stops, he finally explains the whole situation to them. Kurune finds this strange, because if that girl can use magic, then why would she need to steal? Because magic is a very rare talent, and she can join the Magic Institute for free, and all her expenses would be covered by the Institute. It could also be that she is using some magical accessory. What are you going to do with this ring now? She must have stolen it from someone, so I want to return it. Then Hamlet tells him to leave this ring at the Night Order's office. Beryl does so, and he starts looking at the rates of nearby houses, because he couldn't stay in the hotel for long. But their rates were very high. Well, with what he earns, he can buy it, but still, they are very expensive. Just then, a girl comes behind him who was looking for something, and he goes to help her. But when he looks at her closely, he realizes that this is the same girl who tried to steal yesterday. Are you looking for a ring? But as soon as she hears the word ring, she attacks him because she thinks he stole it. Will you please calm down? You'll attract a crowd unnecessarily. He tells her that her ring is not with him anymore, and she can't just go to the Night Order and take it. By the way, let me ask you something. Did you steal that ring? It must be important to you, that's why you're looking for it so much. I didn't steal it. You don't need to know anything else besides this. Then why don't you come with me? I'll get you that ring back. Meavy didn't want to go with him, but Beryl tells her that if she goes alone, how will she prove that the ring is hers? But if he goes with her, he can vouch for her. After which, Meavy agrees. They go to the Night Order's headquarters and get the ring back. But before returning it, Beryl wants to talk to her about something. Just then, Allucia arrives there, and she thinks that Meavy is Beryl's potter, about whom no one knows. What are you saying? How did your mind even go there? After this, the three of them go inside, and Beryl explains the whole situation to her. So, Master, what do you want to do? As a knight, I should arrest her for theft. But Beryl didn't want to get her into trouble, and he asks her if she will stop stealing. But she doesn't answer, and just asks for her ring back. So, she's not going to stop stealing. But because she didn't lie about it, Beryl thinks that she is very honest at heart. After this, upon Allucia's inquiry, she reveals that she had used magic without any accessory. If that's the case, the kingdom will take care of all your needs, so you don't need to steal. But Meavy tells her that she can't stop because she has to repay 5 million euro. The boss said that when I give him that much money, he will use magic to bring my sister back to life. But legally, it would take a long time to earn that much. That's why I'm stealing. Beryl understands that her boss is lying, and if he tells her, Meavy will never believe him. Just then, Allucia remembers something, and she leaves from there. After she leaves, Beryl hears a sound from her stomach, and he brings her a piece of bread, which she eats very quickly. After this, Beryl returns Meavy's ring to her. But before she could leave from there, Lucy arrives, because Allucia had told her about her magic. I am the head of the Magic Corps. Magical talent is very rare. That's why I want you to join our institute. But Meavy refuses this offer, because how would she earn 5 million in the institute? Lucy asks her what she will do with so much money. I'm going to give this money to a wizard, then he will bring my sister back to life. That's impossible. Resurrection magic doesn't exist. But Meavy says that she has seen resurrection magic with her own eyes. But actually, it was nothing. That man had just moved her sister's corpse a little with his magic. But she was so sad that she fell for his words. After which, he tells her that for resurrection, he will need to be paid 5 million.
And only after that, she started stealing so that she could collect that much money. Lucy explains to her that she has been studying magic for centuries, so if resurrection magic existed, she would have known about it first. And now, Meavy also starts to have some doubts. Lucy asks her for the wizard's name because she wants to go to him and find out about resurrection magic herself. If he is telling the truth, she herself will give him 5 million. Lucy tells her that the man's name is Twilight, who is the leader of the Twilight Thieves. And the three of them start to go there. They didn't bring Allucia with them because she is the night commander, so people's attention would be more on her. I should have brought my real sword. But Lucy tells him that with his skills, he doesn't need a real sword. After this, Lucy uses her magic to break that big door. One of those thieves tries to catch Lucy, but Lucy attacks that lecher and pushes him away. After this, she leaves the rest of the thieves to Beryl and goes towards their leader herself. One of the thieves sees Meavy behind them and attacks her, but Beryl attacks his neck and knocks him down. And even though he had a wooden sword, all those thieves started to get scared of him. And when he was beating them all up, Lucy goes to meet Twilight. Seeing her in front of him, Twilight attacks her with his magical accessory. But Lucy easily gets out of his ice. But he had many other magical accessories, so he uses telekinesis magic to lift things in the air. And Lucy understands that using this, he must have fooled Meavy. You're quite smart. Yes, I used exactly this. And she's such a fool that she believed it. After this, to finish her, he attacks with a fireball. But Lucy attacks him with a fireball, which knocks him unconscious right there. Meanwhile, upstairs, Beryl with his wooden sword has defeated them all. After this, Lucy, with his body, comes back up. If you want to keep your remaining bones intact, it's better you start telling the truth. I was lying about resurrection magic. Hearing this, Meavy gets sad because it meant that her sister was gone forever. After this, Lucy goes to call the Night Order and all of them are put in a carriage and taken to jail. Allucia thanks them all for their help. But they still need to investigate further because the magical accessories they had were very powerful and they can't be found just anywhere. This means that some powerful person is behind all this. When all those thieves were being taken away, a man was watching everything from hiding. And after everyone leaves, he turns his hand towards that carriage, which makes Twilight's body glow, and he dies a painful death. After this, he goes to report to his boss that Twilight will not open his mouth again. The magical device they had planted inside him worked. Hearing this, the Pope is very happy because all the dead bodies Twilight had collected, he wants to use them to perform a miracle. The next day, when Beryl finishes training all the knights, Lucia comes to him. When Twilight was being taken away from there, his body suddenly exploded. And after that, there was only a magical device left. Magic Corps is still trying to find out about that device, but so far, they haven't found any information. And the bodies that Twilight had collected, we can't find them either. This can only mean one thing. Twilight was taking orders from someone else. After this, he goes back to Baldur, and his new sword is very good. And he goes to the training hall to test it.
But on the way, Lucy comes in front of him, who wanted to talk to him about something. After this, they reach Lucy's house, which is not a house, but a big mansion. Beryl asks her about Meavy. She tells him that she is still trying to convince her to learn magic. Upon going inside, Lucy introduces him to a man who is a priest of the Church of Sveen. And Lucy reveals that the magical devices he had were all made in the country of Sveen. And it was a bishop who gave them to Twilight, whose name is Revius Sarleon. And in exchange for giving these magical devices, Bishop had asked Twilight to collect dead bodies. That's why they killed Twilight. But why collect dead bodies? In the Church of Sveen, magic is treated like a miracle, and bringing the dead back to life is the biggest miracle. I think this is impossible, but Revius must be doing some research, and that's why he ordered so many dead bodies. Revius is currently in the northern part of the country, and the Night Order has sent him a summons. But if he runs back to Sveen country, they will never be able to catch him again. That's why they are asking for Beryl's help, so that if he tries to escape, they can catch him. They can't send the Magic Corps or the Night Order because then the matter will become international. Beryl didn't care much about these things, but he wants to bring back Meavy's sister's body so that he can bury her properly.
After this, when Beryl is leaving from there, Meavy was standing outside the door. "Oh, it seems you're back from shopping. I just came here to talk, and you look much better than before. Why are you guys helping me? I am a thief. You saved me from all of them, and even gave me a place to stay. You must be very confused. Your life changed completely all of a sudden, but you don't need to think too much about it. No one here is going to take advantage of you. We all just want what's best for you." After this, at night, Beryl goes towards the northern church, and he finds out that Revius, along with his people, is packing his bags to leave the country. He goes from behind to stop him, but just then a man comes in front of him. "You're the one, aren't you, who took care of those thieves? I was already expecting you. Finish him off right here, and you can use magic too." The three of them use magic to increase their speed and attack Beryl. And while the three of them were fighting Beryl, that man goes with the bishop and checks inside the church if all the luggage is packed or not. Meanwhile, when a man attacks Beryl, he easily defeats him. Seeing this, they all understand that Beryl is very dangerous, so this time they attack him together, during which their other companions also arrive there, and now 5 people are attacking him at once. Just then, someone attacks them with a wind spell, and we see that it was FaZe. And along with her, Kurune has also come there to help Beryl. "What are you doing here? The Night Order and Magic Corps can't be involved in this. We are not here on official orders. We were just passing by and started helping you." After this, they one by one start defeating all those swordsmen. Meanwhile, when Beryl was fighting a man, a small area of his magic turns green. And as soon as this happens, he faints and falls to the ground. And taking advantage of this opportunity, Beryl hits him on the head and knocks him out. And FaZe tells him that their buff spell's time is about to run out, and that's why this is affecting their bodies. But just then, more people start coming there. So FaZe tells Beryl to go after Revius. They both will handle everything here. Beryl goes inside the church to catch the bishop, but before he could reach him, that man comes in front of him, and Bishop starts casting one of his spells. Now you will see the result of my years of research. When he stops casting his spell, people start coming out from all those coffins, but they looked less alive and more like zombies. And among those zombies, Beryl sees Meavy's sister. Meavy wanted to see her sister alive, but she wouldn't be able to see her in this condition, and he decides to destroy all those dead bodies. As soon as he hits those zombies, they turn into blue light energy. Before killing Meavy's sister, he apologizes to her, and when she disappears from there, only a ring is left behind her. Immediately after this, Spur arrives there, who after enhancing himself with magic, continuously attacks Beryl. Beryl was parrying his attacks, but Spur was more skilled than he had thought. Because of this, he manages to injure Beryl, but Beryl doesn't give up and attacks Spur. And when Spur attacks him, he dodges his attack, and he also attacks his shoulder.
Seeing this, Spur is surprised because Beryl is old, and on top of that, he's injuring him even after he's magically enhanced. But just then, he pulls out a dagger with which he stabs himself. And this increases his powers even more. And this time, Beryl isn't even able to parry his attacks, and small cuts appear all over his body. Beryl is stronger than anyone Spur has fought so far, and he can't match his speed. So he waits for him to attack, and with his shoulder, he parries his sword. This injures him, but he also gets a chance to attack, and he makes a big cut on his chest. But even after this, Spur stands on his feet. After this, blood starts flowing from his entire body, but still, he keeps moving towards Beryl. "You have already lost this fight. You should stop. As long as I'm breathing, I will not give up." Hearing his words, Beryl is surprised, but a little while after this, he falls down due to his injuries. After this, Beryl goes out and sees that those two have caught the bishop. But there, the bishop says that until a miracle is made from blood, the world will be destroyed. Beryl doesn't understand what he's saying, but given his actions, he seems a little mentally unstable. After this, he goes to Lucy and tells her everything, but she is still sad because she couldn't bring Meavy's sister's body back safely. Lucy understands that she is sad, so to cheer her up, she takes him in front of a house and tells him that to complete the mission, this is his reward. Upon going inside, he sees that Meavy is cleaning. He asks Lucy what Meavy is doing here. We talked last night, and she has decided that she will go to the Magic Academy. But for that, she needs a legal guardian, and from today, she will be living with you, and you are her father figure. Hearing all this, poor Beryl was confused, and his parents became grandparents, but not in the way they had thought.